Welcome to Dice Junkies. I'm Xenodamus here with Q. Like I said, we got our guest Malcolm up there in the corner.
And I tell you, man, he wasn't just being late. He wasn't just a black man being late. He made the whole damn show late.
I know, but I can't say anything about that.
Like, you made the whole show late with, like, I'm just like, wow.
If I talk about it, I'm racist.
Like,
well, for this Oreo episode of Dice Junkies, we're gonna leave it at that, okay?
that cream's gone bad.
We finally got
Cream
this
went
done
bad a long time
Oreo
ago.
episode.
I don't know. I think me and Malcolm, I think we can do better.
Oh no, we can't. Hey, no, you can't get rid of that one. They don't make them like that. I know one you can get with if you just want to replace them and see how bad it could be. You ever been to ABC Comic-Con?
Oh, all right. So let's get the show started. We're gonna talk about.
We ain't
I was
exactly
gonna say
got
Bam
good blood.
Margera. What are y'all talking about? Have you ever worked with Bam? What the fuck?
I mean, I'm not allowed to voice my opinion. I've been told to behave.
Yep.
Bam's yeah.
I mean, I had
He's a good guy.
jokes, but they weren't
who I'm talking.
appropriate for any company.
I mean,
Inappropriate for all ages.
we've seen some stuff, man. We've seen.
So we're not going to talk about replacing the cream anymore, right? We're going to leave it alone.
There's some good people out
We
there.
love our
man.
cream.
Hi.
Like our boy, Derek. There's some good people out there, man. There's good
Oh,
people
yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah, no,
Good people out there.
Obviously, there's some good people out
And
there.
that's just like that bless your heart. That's how you say to some shitty people. You say to some good people, and
Bless
that
your heart.
tells you there's some people that shitty. Like, man, there's some good people out there.
You're
Some damn
right.
good
Some.
people, man. Some down.
Some.
I even like some of the ones nobody else like.
All right. Are y'all being safe during quarantine? Everybody's doing okay?
This motherfucker ain't safe. He don't live in the concept. He out riding motorcycles and going to titty bars and.
I've not gone to the titty bar yet. I thought about it once, but because I was like, what are titty bars like in the post epidemic?
They're death
Pandemic.
trap. They're an absolute death trap.
But then the mayor shut them down. So
To save you from yourself. Like,
I mean, when you're having private parties, who needs titty bars, right? You don't need a titty bar.
private
That's
party
how
I've
it
had a
works.
solo party, man. I don't trust nobody.
I was talking about the mayor, not you.
so
I mean, he pick them up outside the testing facility. He'd be like, "Did you pass your test? What you doing?"
Yeah, come on in. Hop in there. This is city funded. Get in the car.
I hear you ain't got no work. Man, if you want to see strippers, you just go to like Twin Peaks. That's where they hanging out now.
that's where they all work now.
That's all. Hey man, use your money.
Oh,
Y'all
all right.
sound the same. Mine's just a
Inferior
female.
outfits, like goddamn. Some of them evenings at Twin Peaks, you walk in here and be like, I'm pretty sure there should be a door charge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see nothing but swimsuits and lingerie. And like, I came for like cheap tequila.
So we're a geek discussion show that talks about gaming and strippers. And
That's a game too, man. Don't hate the player, hate the gaming company.
So Malcolm, have you watched any of the Gamescom stuff that happened this week?
Ooh, nice segue. Look
with
at
the
you.
new game
No.
Trailers and all that.
Trying to keep up with it, but without the ability for people to actually go to shows and review the stuff and put up information about it on the platforms that we get our information from, not CNN, not CSNBC, not Dateline, YouTube. They don't, you got the same guys covering stuff that's got colored hair and can afford to live in a place because mom and dad's got money. They're the ones doing the trailer, and the hard-working guys that have to go hard work aren't doing them anymore. So it's not really fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean it's all virtual now. Yeah, with all the virtual stuff, it does sort of ruin the multiple aspects of stuff because it's basically just what the aspect they want to show you now.
Yeah, you been emceeing any online tournaments, man?
I've seen a couple, and I've watched, and thanks to lag, I've decided that's probably not the best thing for me. I've been trying to host some, but the same problem I run into is lag. You'd be surprised how many people from Brazil and all overseas that'll try to join a tournament that you try to make local. You know what I mean? You have more people from outside of your area try to join your tournament than people inside of your area. And these people you see every day. You know, I want to play. I'll play. Okay, come on. No. I got. Grandma needs some groceries. So yeah, I've seen them, but they're not. It's just something about this time right now. It's weird. Everybody's at home, but nobody's doing what. You think tournaments would be booming. You think people want to play, but nobody has any money. And the people who have money are like gods at tournaments, so it runs off all the little guys. Then you try to like section them off, and all the big guys have 13 alt pages. So, I mean,
yeah, they know.
Or they go to a buddy's house.
They come in under their third name.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sure Sonic Fox done jumped in a couple of tournaments.
Man,
talking about my name is Blue Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you be like, man, I know that teabag anywhere. I watched Sonic Fox. I know his style. I'm like, I know your teabag, Sonic. That's you. That's you up in that tournament.
Well, no, I've done some of the online stuff, and I have noticed, most of these, they have gamer scores on there. And you join like the beginner area, early area, because I'm not good. I know I'm not good.
And you don't even get
I'm not cute. And you get in there, and you got this guy who has like millions of points. And it's like, why are you playing in the novice area?
Right.
Because nobody play him in the other area.
No. It's real simple. It's because the people administrating the tournament don't kick his fucking ass out of there. That's the thing that pisses me off. And if you report him, you're a bad guy for saying something. And it's kind of like, okay, do I trump or not? Which one is it? Because it's unfair for you to be the administrator and not be watching what's critically going on at your tournament online. You're literally sitting right there watching. You see this guy, who he is. You know he's overranked to be here, and you still let him play. Where's the checks and balances?
That's why I thought it'd be cool to actually do age tournaments and actually require like the cam and be like, yeah, man, we're gonna do a 13 and under tournament. We're gonna do that. That would knock some out. Now, I'm not saying there ain't some kid killers, but at least like
it's not even the kid killers, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's like just running through it, because them real cheap son of a guns, they tend to be like 20 something. They tend to be, you know what I'm saying, at a certain age group, and they be tearing it up. And I was like, if I ever do a tournament, man, I'm gonna be like, look, we got an age cap. If you raw, that's fine, but we ain't gonna have nobody that ain't got no job playing the game 20 hours a day, got all the frame. Be like, man, this is, if I hear somebody say, man, that's -3 on block, I'm like, all right, get the hell out.
Right. I mean, look, you're not fun. Right. We're not having fun. We're not enjoying it.
Like, I might be good. You are a machine. But tell you, I play raw, man. Ain't no like I'm not learning combos. I'm just getting on your ass.
The most fun we have when we play the games is we'll get like 2 of the biggest dudes in there and just go, let's just fist it out. No kicks, no special moves.
Yeah. He grabbed Ryan. He grabbed Brian Fury on Tekken. I grabbed Marduk. And we had a raw fist fight, just a mean-spirited fist fight, just beating up at each other.
Sometimes you have to sit up and realize, too, just because you are good, and this is Beat That Guy Gamer's thing, just because you are the shit doesn't mean you have to be the shit. Somebody's playing you to have fun with the game. Do you have the tact to turn it down and actually have fun with this person? And I'm not talking about not at their expense. I'm talking about like actually lose and make it look like they whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because they're learning, and teach them.
Mm-hmm. No.
Or do you have this killer instinct all the time? Are you fucking Jaws, motherfucker?
I can let him get a few rounds, but you ain't gonna win the match.
Thank you.
You ain't gonna win the match. You ain't gonna win the match.
Until you do this. When that happens, oh yeah, I'm put your dick in the dirt. Because you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you didn't when you came out here. You got handled. But hey, but we had fun. We win 9 rounds.
Yeah, that was the thing. Attacks. We had it turned up each round. It was just blip, blip.
Yeah, got a little mean. well, when you started feeling like it was gonna go your way, you know what I'm saying? Because like we had a fight, like we were playing Tekken, and I accidentally got him in a loop, and I stopped because I said, "All right, man, you ain't getting up." Like I had learned a new move. I didn't know it would pick him up off the ground, but it was like the fist was coming down on the ground and picking him on his feet. And I said, "I'm stop."
I think Blood Axe is pointing fingers at me in the chat room.
He got mad about that little parry, rock, paper, and stuff. Ooh, he hate that.
So Soul Calibur has the parry, super parry or whatever, where it goes into like
you remember that Clash?
The Clash.
Yeah, the green Clash.
I might like to do that.
And see, Blood Axe man can play some Soul Calibur, but he ain't played since they put that nonsense in there. So he don't know what to do when it pop up, and he can't help it. It's his panic button. You start wearing his ass out, he gonna hit it. It's got to the point I set him up, dude. I'll start beating him. I'll stop, and he'll jump up, and I'll just break it. And he's just like, I hate when you stop and look at me because you know it. I'm like, you panic, and you hit it.
It's the button master style. It comes out.
Yeah. He makes me do it, and then he'll walk behind me and just like back throw me, and I'm just like, you mother.
Ooh, especially with Astral, but when he wrap your ass around it like a pole dancer, and he goes, get low, baby.
That's the thing about Soul Calibur. It's such a good game. It's such a good party game, and it's because anybody can play it.
We'll say,
it ain't about all them juggles. I love the fact that you get to fight back. Nobody, even a noob, gets to the point you can't fight back.
Let me lead into this article that we're actually going to talk about. So sadly, looking at the Gamescom and stuff like that, we don't have any really good new fighter games coming out. Like we were looking through a lot of the games coming out for Gamescom. Now there was one that looked interesting in the fighters world. I don't know if you've heard of it, Malcolm, but it's called
Die with Honor or Die by the Blade.
Die by the Blade.
Hit Control F and type in die.
Yeah, Die by the Blade. It's a new one that's like I think they said both Western and Eastern style.
Well, modern
fighting.
And old. Yeah, like it's got like where you can fight in ancient Japan or you can fight in the Tokyo streets.
But it's very parry and block intensive because they tried to do realistic damage.
It's got the one-shot kill. Now, here what I want to find out. We're going to test Malcolm, see if he know. Now, Malcolm, you're a fighting game player, so you got some veterancy. Do you remember the previous game series? It's a ways back. That was based on samurai sword fighting that had one-shot kills in it a lot. It started with a B. In fact, its initials are BB. I'm going to make it easy for it. BB.
Oh, Blaze Blue.
Nope. Bushido Blade. Bushido Blade.
Oh, yes, man, that's like 93. That's like, wait, you didn't say way back. You said back a little bit.
Oh, no, man, I'm old, dang it. I went way back.
Now, you have to go many moons. You have to get me like a campfire. There's some crickets in the background. It's dark. Many moons ago, young.
You know what I'm saying? Be like, remember S'mores? Remember Bushido Blade? It looks like Bushido Blade meets For Honor. Because I know, you know me, man. I got that sharp eye. It does that pop up where it tells you where the attack's coming. That's like, it's got that one shot kill. Bushido Blade was notorious for you could go through that whole game just going and just like one shot in everybody.
Man, you know what? That's right. That game was on the PlayStation. It was on the original PlayStation.
Yep. You want to know how much I remember it? My favorite character, I don't remember his name, but it was that big old black dude who was terrible at Japanese. They gave him like a bad Japanese because I would give him a big ass sword. I didn't even try to be a samurai. I gave him like the Zui-hander. And I would just run up and knock them little Asians back and cut their heads down. No, because size mattered, so you could hit them and just knock their ass.
The reason why we get a basketball player in Fatal Fury and King of Fighters instead of some raw ass black motherfucker. We get a basketball star.
Yeah. And I mean, he literally got moves when he throw a basketball at you. King of Fighters didn't show us no respect. They were up there with Toriyama. You remember the black guy in the dang tournament with the boxing gloves and basketball shorts on and lips so big that he could block fireballs with them. The big ass lips, an afro.
Like, oh my God.
And I'm like, Toriyama, I love Dragon Ball, but you're killing me, man. Like, please look up what a black person look like. It's 2000, motherfucker. Like, god dang.
But look, I'm just gonna be honest about Toriyama. I got an uncle that looked like Mr. Popo, dressed like him and everything. But
I'm Mr. Popo, man. Mr. Popo, my dog. But that's
what I'm saying.
Was bad.
He's been doing drugs for a while. We pray for him every night. But I'm telling you, he looked just like Mr. Popo. When I see him, I put my screen
on. To the original Dragon Ball. The goddamn guy that for the Red Ribbon Army, the black guy was named Mr. Black. Lots of imagination, Toriyama. God damn, this is Mr. Black. He's a big old bald-headed black guy.
I remember that.
I mean, it hurts. It hurts at times. That's all I'm saying.
That little half-Asian, half-white kid beat the shit out of that black man. That was sad.
Well, I mean, he deserved it. Like,
I mean, he was a villain, but damn, he had to die like that.
The only good thing is that weirdly enough, it was the Asian kid that had the monkey tail, so I let it pass. I said, all right, at least we ain't the monkeys. You know, they gave us that. They gave us that.
Look, he talking about black people the whole time. I'm just like, black people saying. So I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not saying white people can't be saying. I'm saying it takes something for y'all not to be freezing.
We got some good cool. We got some dark topics to cover, man. It is a sad weekend, but we'll roll into that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to the downer part of the weekend.
I know you looked through this list. I looked through the list for the stuff for GameCon. I didn't really see a lot of stuff coming out of Gamescom that was really interesting. I saw there's a new Lord of the Rings Golem game, which just sounds weird. It also sort of looks weird. I don't know why you're doing a golem.
That sucker dead, man. Let him lay down. I mean, dang it. I hate when they go back and tell me dead people's stories. I'm like, he's dead. I don't care.
Now one of the more interesting ones. I don't know if Malcolm, if you're familiar with
Grounded.
I know. I understand that one. My brother's been talking about it.
Yeah. So there was a game that was mentioned at Gamescom called Small Land, which is basically another version of Grounded. And
I mean, seriously, like it looks a lot like Grounded.
It even has the spiders and the bugs, that you're fighting.
You're making stuff out of leaves.
I was sort of curious. Like I don't know which one came first as far as development goes.
Like the question is Small World jocking Grounded style, or did Grounded jock Small World style? Now here's the problem.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. What you got? You got something on it?
No. Yeah, I do. Is a Chevy and a Ford a truck?
Oh. No, not necessarily.
They're not trucks?
I mean, they're brands of vehicles.
If they were in a subtitle, they would be subtitled as cars or trucks.
Yeah. I mean, like an F-150 is a truck.
Right, and a 1500 is a truck.
And a 1500 is a truck.
A Dodge is a moped with a basket on the back. Okay, we don't put them in the category with us, but
I'm screwing with
it's the genre of game that you're putting it in. That's the whole thing. Now the question is, which one's better? You know what I mean? That's
true. But like, here's what got us going. Because when we looked at it, he pulled it up and saw that they had some stuff where they were talking about developing a game in, what was it, June?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. They don't have a release date at all. Like, they don't have any date. So here's the thing. Do you remember Destiny? No, not Destiny.
Oh, man.
What was that stupid Iron Man type game that everything in it was fake, man? The trailer was...
Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah, because I got it. I got it. I bought it. I pre-ordered the shit, and I felt dumb.
And I knew better. Was nothing. I'm wondering if this trailer is fake as crap. And they ain't got nothing. They just trying to act like they were working on it before, and they ain't got nothing. Because how you don't even have a year? Normally somebody be like, we're going to be out in 2021. They ain't got nothing. It says
coming soon.
Coming soon means nothing in this world.
It does.
So we compare it to what the coming soon we get now is. What's the price of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, whatever that's coming out? Because that's coming soon, too. That's been coming for like 4 years, and we still ain't got a fucking price.
Yeah, but those are at least both coming this year. I mean, like, we have a date.
They got a year.
No, sir. You knew. Don't do that. Stop that. You've been through this before. That's like you telling me you didn't know that the iPhone 10 was coming out because you bought the 9.
I got you there.
You knew this was coming. How do you not have a price on this? Oh, you went on my stimulus check, so you can actually have a price.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you waiting on?
Check? That's it.
Waiting to see.
You don't want GameStop to like make all the money off of it by trade-ins because they're making all the money anyway. They got all the fucking old games now. I mean, what's your angle here? Literally, it comes out in how many months? These consoles comes out in how many months? No price.
September, November, right around there.
So you remember when you used to work for microtransactions? That's what they call them now. And DLCs, you used to have to work through the game to get those, and they found a different way to give them to you, right?
Oh.
Well, guess what? They found a different way to give you a price. welcome to the game side.
Yeah. That's why I'm a Game Pass man. I'm on a Game Pass. Microsoft got it. You better get you that Game Pass. You better get that Game Pass. Play what you want. But nah, man, I'm just saying I don't trust trailers Nammo. Not no more. Nammo. I'm going real deep with Nammo. So to me, this game don't exist. It literally doesn't exist. If you can't even put you can at least say coming out sometime, motherfucker. They ain't put nothing. It says coming out soon. Coming out soon means I don't know what you think. Like to me, a game don't exist if you can't give me a year. You seen them at least give you a season. Yo, it's coming out fall 2021. These suckers didn't even say it's coming out 2022. What was that game that had a 2024 release date? Like DOA 8 or something? Like, I mean, if it's a date, it was 4 years, but it was a date. These suckers didn't even got a year.
That's all you want, and live up to your word. That's the whole thing. Live up to your word.
What system is coming out? We don't know. You don't have a game, sucker. You sit in a room making movies about games you wish you had.
But I mean, honestly, that's most of GameCon. GameCon does sort of reach out there with what gets shown there. Like a lot of stuff that shows at GameCon never does come out. So I mean, it's the future of games.
Like Dragon
Age. Is it sponsored by Microsoft?
What's that?
Is it sponsored by Microsoft?
No.
Because Xbox exclusives never come out.
Oh,
what's an Xbox exclusive?
Scalebound.
No, man. There's several exclusives for Xbox, but the problem is they also put them on PC.
Then it ain't exclusive.
They're exclusive to the console,
that ain't
not
really
exclusive to.
It just don't come out on Sony. That's all.
Yeah, it just doesn't come out on Sony.
So Mario, is that an exclusive title for a console?
Well, yeah, Mario is exclusive to Nintendo.
So does Mario play on any other platform? Is it advertised to be played on any other platform?
Okay. I'm glad you clarified that.
Those are the money growers. I mean, they're rich for a reason, but those are the ones that actually control the money. Because when you can stay...
I played Mario on my Dreamcast, or what was it? Was it the and I played.
What happened to Dreamcast? Dreamcast said, "Hey, Nintendo, you need us? Yeah, we need Sonic. Bring that bitch here." Okay. They knew they gave him a little sugar and they took the whole cookie after they needed.
I mean, Sonic couldn't be picky, man. Sonic was about to be turned out on the street turning tricks, man. It wasn't going well with Sonic.
Poor Sonic.
I think it was already there.
Sega had it rough, man.
Like that movie. Look, that movie came out too late. You know what I'm saying? That movie came out too late to say Sonic. Sonic was already going like, "Hey, baby."
That movie has set a precedent. That movie has set a standard too. Now you can put something out and see if people like it, and if they don't like it, take it back and remake it. I mean,
what I respect is that
we're setting standards and everything.
Well, to my respect, what I respect is that what they didn't do is they didn't try to make a Sonic the movie the game like they used to. Because I was so worried, man, they were gonna try to make a game based on a movie, and it was gonna be terrible. But in my knowledge,
you're just mad about Street Fighter. You need to let that grudge go. Okay, you just mad about Street Fighter movie and how it was a terrible game on the Dreamcast or whatever it was on.
Ooh, that was
okay.
Bad.
You remember Jean-Claude Van Damme? Jean-Claude Van Damme was a crip that whole year. Nobody said a goddamn thing about it, and I was mad because he had the only blue military pants that were like actually fitting a goon. He was the man then. Okay, them pants came out of nowhere after that. Bruh, that was a terrible game, though. That was a horrible game.
The only good part of that movie was just Bison, because I ain't gonna lie, man. To this day, I love, like, man, for me, it was Tuesday. That line right there made me go, "Hey, you know what? The movie was worth the money." I would pay to just walk into a theater, hear that line, and walk out. I would be like, "Yo, how much?"
You guys make it really hard to have a show with topics. I'm just gonna say that.
We talking about games.
So, Malcolm. Our next topic.
Yes, sir. Topic.
Yeah.
Topic.
So let's talk about. Are you familiar with the whole Fortnite and Apple
games? No, I play real games.
No.
I play anything that doesn't cause me to do microtransactions because I have kids.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
There ain't nothing Epic got.
Yeah, Epic loves its microtransactions. It loves its microtransactions so much that it has made an entire plot against mobile providers to try to make it where they don't get a cut.
They're suing Apple and Google because they don't want them to get a cut of the money.
How greedy can you be?
Yeah. So Fortnite
Epically.
set up our Epic Games set up this whole campaign that against Apple, and then they forcibly they broke their contract purposefully so that they would get banned off of the store,
Just
and
so
then they sued them.
No, they did it so they could sue. They breached their contract so they could sue.
Because like you for purchases through Apple and Google, you have to go through their store.
Yeah, you can't do no backdoor transaction.
So what they did is they put in a backdoor store so that it would bypass Apple's systems, and Apple took their game off the platform until they fixed it, and then they tried to sue Apple for a monopoly.
Let me put this in beat
on
that,
their own system.
Let me put this in beat that guy game terminology. So you running a tournament, right? Well, I got some Game Boys in the back, and I'm out the back door running $5 Game Boy tournaments. I ain't paying you. I'm like, y'all come in the back to beat yo, come on, play this right here. That's what they were doing. They were selling out the back door.
Yeah, his name was Scruff. He was a Nintendo Switch Super Smash Brothers player that was kind of my tournaments with AVCon that was trying to do that at his booth. I remember that guy. Yeah, little white dude. I remember him. Greg let him come and do that like 5 times, and I reported him, and he kept on letting him do it. I don't know why. And then another tournament, people came in and did the same thing when I was with AVCon. I don't know why that happened with them. But exactly what you're talking about. That's exactly what happened to beat that guy game with AVCon. I know exactly what you're talking about with it. Somebody could really do that to somebody? The nerve of a motherfucker.
and here's what's wild, though. But here's what's wild. These mofos signed a contract saying we ain't going to do that. And then go back and
you can sue somebody for
Apple,
that.
They signed a contract saying
you
we ain't going to sell out the back door. Then they sold out the back door. They got caught, and then they ran the mama telling on you like your little brother, where he would have one that did it.
You had to bring up contracts.
You know,
no,
let's not talk about contracts related to certain people, man. You know how those go. We got horror stories for horror stories. You ain't got the worst. We got worse horror stories. Like we can run a whole week of guests through on contracts.
I swear that'll break it. He did what? Huh? He was not the father. You got to be shitting me.
Pay for the kid anyway. That's what Epic say. So Epic is basically suing. Oh yeah.
But them breaking a contract, is that not premeditated? Is that not like against the law for them to premeditate? Because like if you're gonna go kill somebody and you say I'm gonna do this so they will die, or they will fall into evil or harm's way, isn't that like a law against you doing that?
Tell them what they trying to get them to do. Tell them what they suing to get done, man.
Well, and here's the thing. Now the court did recognize this because so Epic tried to go to the court and say, hey, look, can you stop Apple, until we go through the courts with this?
Yeah, force Apple to let us run our game with the back door.
And so basically the court was like, look, you have other stuff on the Apple store. You have you have your engine. That's a separate account.
Unreal Engine, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we won't let Apple like take that down just to try to screw your business. But they're like, but no. The court found in respect to Epic Games' motion as to its games, including Fortnite, Epic has not yet demonstrated irreparable harm. The current predicament appears of its own making. Epic strategically chose to breach its agreements with Apple and thus disturb the status quo. So they actually said,
you did it.
Yeah.
You know what you were doing.
Wait. So if I want to fuck something up, all I had to do was I strategically planned a way to escape.
You got stuck with your mouth wide open. That's also your freeze frame because you like.
Oh yeah. Look, all I had to do is say I strategically made a way.
I mean, that's what got me is that they tried to have the court, not only they sued them, but they tried to have the court make them, let them still keep selling. That's like, yo, man, I want to sell my hamburgers out the side of McDonald's, all right? I want to stand next to the little speaker and sell my own hamburger. Be like, yo, man, I got this 50 cent burger. And they basically say, yo, court, can we keep doing that? And they're like, no, you signed a contract.
Here's the thing, and this is how Epic approached this, and this is how sleazeballsy Epic is doing this stuff. So I never found anything where Apple was actually going to shut down their dev account for the engine. Like I looked, they couldn't find anything. Well, the way Epic approached it is they said, oh, well, they're shutting down our dev account for Fortnite, so it puts us in this bad position. We're losing business, So nowhere did Apple say they were going to do this. So they went behind, and then they're trying to make Apple look bad. Like, it's just very...
They coming up with all kind of fake. They making new text and backdating it. You know how your ex-girlfriend do you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They try to make it look like a current text. Like, look, he texted me. Hell, we can go in and get a timestamp. Like,
Epic is pulling the millennial you owe me mindset.
You know? Exactly. Man, say it again. Oh my God, say it loud.
you owe me to let me steal your money. Hey, you had that problem too. You had somebody messing up your.
God, oh my God,
man,
yes.
You had a rough time. We almost beat the hell out that little motherfucker. I mean, we're about to flip his table, man. We're about to be like, let's go flip this table.
Hey, we weren't doing nothing but trying to observe the scene and correct mistakes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we didn't do. Well, we didn't flip it. Did he?
He's just trying to figure out a way not to cause a hate crime. I mean, not to.
You know what he did? Unlike them, he stopped right before he breached that contract. He pulled up right to the line.
Okay, God, all that talking in there. What happened?
He saw that dotted line, and we like, come on, man, it's right there.
It got dark over here.
Bring your ass over this table one more time. Come on, bring your ass over here. We're gonna take you behind that beat that guy game, and we're gonna beat that guy game it.
It's in the name. They got to read it.
All right, so I'm
we
sure
still got the frozen picture. I love it. We're gonna keep that. I like that.
I'm sure you've watched the show before. You've been in the chat room, so you know our random encounters. So we're gonna roll us a random encounter real quick, talk about that, and then we've got some sad news. So let's get this random counter before we get into some sad stuff.
But I got a crazy theory you're gonna like though. I'm gonna see what you say.
All right, so we got 13 women in geek culture favorite female voiced AI. So what is your favorite female voiced AI?
Yeah, it's kind of unfair. There's just one.
That's a wild question.
Yeah,
I mean, the obvious question is Cortana because that's the one everybody loves. Yeah, but that's too cliche.
Man, GLaDOS, man,
GLaDOS. Oh, GLaDOS is good too from Portal. Yeah,
she even got her own song, man. Yeah. The cake is a lie. I'm sorry, man. I gotta go with GLaDOS. Y'all can go. I mean, I liked Cortana.
I mean, GLaDOS was fun and everything, but I mean, still, I think Cortana's the most memorable.
Yeah,
boy, you playing with fire there, man. That's gonna light up. Hey, Blood Axe.
Microsoft every day in time. They could do a Cortana exclusive.
Like, I don't know, man. I think
GLaDOS was
GLaDOS.
GLaDOS was jokes, though. I mean, it was comedy.
Yeah.
Where Cortana, she was
Cortana.
There.
God damn it!
I said Cortana.
Okay.
Cortana.
She was there with you, man. She was there. She was your girl. She kept you from losing it.
I don't know. Was Claptrap from Borderlands a female? Because he left you every time the shit got serious, and you had to pay for it.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna call that one a it. Well, I mean, the person who voiced it was a male.
So. Okay.
Yeah, because they got a female voice Claptrap in Borderlands 3. So
there is one. You're right. There's a female.
You want just a female voice character that was like a machine that did what everybody wanted it to do, or just did like a good job saying something. It was Naruto. That was the best female AI I ever saw in my life, because he did what she did. That was a voice actor. She was a female. Voice actor. Naruto's a female. That's the best.
Oh, the voice actor.
Yeah, that's the best computer.
Yeah, we didn't say voice actor. We said AI. Yeah.
But like, he was a tool. He got used by the Leaf, and pretty much got his ass whooped for no reason all the time. And then they made him king.
In the chat room
the Red Queen is a good one. Yeah, the Red Queen. That's not a bad one. Red Queen was pretty cool. Resident Evil, for those of y'all, you infidels, if you don't know. Like I said, man, I give an honorable mentions out to Edie from Mass Effect 2. I liked her. I thought she was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But, not a bad one, but that's like I said, bad, but not GLaDOS. Well, yeah, Blood Axe, what you got? Well, he said Red Queen. Dang, I don't know. I'm asking.
It's right there, man.
Look, man, I got some rough moves coming up. I'm kind of.
Yeah, but can you beat Cortana, though? That's still the question. Can you beat Cortana?
Yeah. Yes, I believe in mine wins.
All right. All right. We're gonna move on to the next subject. This is our I guess our downer for the week.
Well, it's paying respects.
So sadly, Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman dies of cancer. This happened Friday.
Yeah. I made all the white boys in the room do the Wakanda. I made them Friday. Yeah, I got it, Malcolm. I repped. I said, y'all gonna have to throw up the Wakanda, all of you. Some of them tried to resist, but I was like, nah, you gonna do it.
I mean,
I don't see how they couldn't. I don't see anybody couldn't get that man the respect.
No.
I mean,
it was good. I mean, his career was on the rise. He had just done Tenet. Man, I mean, it was a shock. I saw him looking sick, and when I saw it, I remember I told Blood, I said, like, man, he got something.
There was an interview where he said, I'm dead. He kept telling people, I'm dead. I'm dead. And she was like, well, how about this? I'm dead. Well, what about Black Panther 2? I'm dead. There's an interview on YouTube where he does that on the red carpet with somebody. And it's the saddest thing ever because he's literally telling people, I'm dead.
But I mean, you know, so mad respect and shout outs. Like you say, man, it was tragic because I really feel like he had just really got that momentum rolling, like really had got back in the limelight, man. And it's always a shame, but I mean, cancer don't play fair. You know, cancer don't play fair. But and you know, but you know, of course, in order to this is not disrespectful, but then we said, well, okay, what does this mean for Black Panther? You know, we were trying to roll into, you know, what could be up next, and we were trying to get a positive spin. So I came up with a wild idea for, you know, where they could go forward. And here's what I came up with, Malcolm. I want you to get your opinion on this. Okay. So we got three problems with us losing Chadwick Boseman, because that means, one, we need a new Black Panther, right?
All right.
Two, we preferably want, you know, a black character, preferably one that's already existing in the universe. And three, we want a character that has powers, but if you remember from the movie, spoilers, they don't have the flowers anymore. So they can't really make another Black Panther. I came up with a wild idea. Right now, Spider-Man is doing really well. They got a young Spider-Man, his movies are doing really well. So they don't really have room to introduce Miles Morales as another Spider-Man. I thought it would be pretty awesome if Miles Morales became the next Black Panther. And the way he work it out is he got bit.
I think that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, no.
Like, why not?
I got the story how it works. He got bit by the spider. What happened at the end of Black Panther movie? They started going to urban neighborhoods, right?
Right.
Well, we know it's 4 years that Black Panther was gone. But at the end of the movie, that was a little while before the Infinity War. So he met a young man with superpowers in the hood that didn't know what to do with himself. He wasn't, you know, he separated from Spider-Man because there's already a Spider-Man. You don't have to take up the mantle. He decides to start training this young man. He trains, he goes to Wakanda, he learns a lot about him. But then the snap happens, and his mentor, Black Panther, disappears for 4 years. Worst of all, so do his parents. Now he has no place to go back to. So he spent those 4 years in Wakanda training with the sister and the captain of the guard and with them. And then you now have, how did he learn all this? How did he get in? He had 4 years in Wakanda. You know, trying to train to fill in for Black Panther. Now,
I love that.
You go back to Black Panther comes back, he's back, but something happened, you know, because, I mean, it got to come up. It could even be something like his powers are fading. Man, they don't have to kill Chadwick Boseman, they could go, he can't leave Wakanda anymore. It's like, yeah, my powers are fading because we lost the flowers. So if I leave Wakanda, I lose my powers. So we're going to send you out. You're going to be the Black Panther that leaves Wakanda. I'll be here. I'm Black Panther here. You're Black Panther in the world. You represent us. Boom. Miles Morales is still a superhero. He ain't stepping on Spider-Man. He ain't a replacement for Black. He ain't Black Spider-Man. He's his own character. You now have another version of Miles Morales. This is the Marvel Cinematic Universe Miles Morales. How do you talk Sony into doing it? Easy. You let them have the animated version of Miles Morales Black Panther. They had him to the Spider-Verse. They do the animated stuff. They do the live action. Everybody's making money. You got a version of Miles Morales that can be alongside Spider-Man without feeling like you got two Spider-Mans. And you got a new Black Panther. Bam. I think that would be pretty cool.
Q, that's beautiful.
I like that. Amazing.
Hey, what can I just ask you something? Just something to add to it.
Go ahead.
Like, why don't they use Miles for an experiment to try to cure the king, and Miles ends up having to kill the king because it goes wrong?
It could be something goes wrong, man. It depends on if they're going to want to kill him off. I tried to give a less dark where he's still alive, but the reason you don't see him a lot in the movies is because he's got to stay in Wakanda, just because it might be too soon to literally kill the Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, with Chadwick Boseman having died so soon. But no, I mean, it could be he comes back and he's got a complication. He could be dying because the flowers are gone. It could be any kind of complication.
But there's a Black Panther where he becomes Ghost Rider as well. That could lead right into that. I mean, he comes back. He doesn't actually, like, kill him. It looks like he's dead, but he comes back for some reason, and he's actually the Ghost Rider.
And then you can CGI him, because if he's in his permanent Ghost Rider mode, then you don't have to have a
There you go. Actor. Boom. It's right there. It's live.
You could roll into, you got another Ghost Rider. That could be fun. But I really do believe Miles Morales, instead of him becoming Spider-Man, you actually, you do have to be the king. Yeah, like Blood said, you got to defeat the king and become the king. But Miles Morales' powers being used as the new Black Panther would go really well and would allow you to not have to worry about, we got two Spider-Man. We're making people pick their favorite Spider-Man. And Sony,
or how about like a high school?
We get the anime.
Well, like you said, it may also be a way you can sort of pull that away from Sony, because right now, I mean, Sony and Marvel is always going to be a temporary thing. Like, I don't see them working well together long term. I mean, there's already been a couple of breakups in between all this Spider-Man Marvel stuff where they've almost, walked off. So,
well, no, and that's the thing. While Sony does own the Spider-Man related stuff, this is a different Miles Morales we're talking about. It might be possible for them to pull it off, because this is a literal. This Miles Morales does not know Peter Parker. He lived over here. He went to Wakanda to train. He's a different Miles Morales. You can either get him a different source for his powers. I like the idea that he still got his powers, but he doesn't have web slingers. He's the Black Panther. They're like, man, we need somebody with enhanced reflexes, enhanced strength, and enhanced senses, and is smart. It's Miles Morales. And then they can also then pretend like they haven't lost the ability to make Black Panthers, so they don't want the outside world to know. We got a superpower protege. They think we still have Black Panthers. They don't know that we're losing the powers. That could also be the reason T'Challa doesn't leave. If he loses his powers, he's got to be like, we don't want them to know we no longer have these powers. So we're going to have you pretend like you're the next Black Panther, and we're going to have you pretend like we did that. You got your powers from us.
Well, what about like a sabbatical? What if he takes a break from his existence, trying to figure out if he wants to be Spider-Man, and they take him to Africa to try to train him in a different way? Here's an alternative if you don't want to be Spider-Man.
Black Panther Miles Morales, that would be awesome. I like it.
It'd be good for him to have that training, bro. If he had that Black Panther training going with that power, man, shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then, like I said,
that's a good idea. You need to not tell people online about that.
Well, I mean, it also opens up the door if you ever do want to do the death of Peter Parker scenario. He can always roll back in.
Yeah,
there you go. Here he is. Boom.
All you do is say that Chadwick found another way. He gets his powers back. T'Challa becomes the Black Panther again. And, Miles goes, look, man, my neighborhood's going to heck after Peter died. And you don't need me anymore. You here. You got it. Or your sister is the new Black Panther. You got it. I need to go take care. And he's like, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I mean,
and he sends him out, and he goes back to his neighborhood, puts on the mask.
Well, I think if you add the sentiment of the genetics in, you can add those Spider-Man known characters that come to places like Wakanda and interact for what they're doing. That genetic splicing they're doing that's helping the king can save lives or transform, or here's the next mutant army. You know what I mean? Something. It could be Genosha versus Wakanda. That'd be good.
And now you got a Black Panther that's not stuck in Wakanda, so he specifically is out there interacting with stuff because he's not a king. He ain't got to worry about diplomatic problems. It's like, no, he's an American. I'm American. I'm over here. I know about America. I'm going to be over here fighting crime, protecting these areas and helping these people. Well,
does Africa want that? That's the big question.
And that could be a conflict. Sometimes they get a mission from Wakanda that conflicts with what he thinks is best to do. They're like, look, we need you to go get this vibranium back from this person. Turns out the person that took it might be trying to cure their daughter. And he gets conflict decisions. where he's like, do I do what's best for Wakanda or do I do what's... And that could even be how he becomes Spider-Man. He could eventually break up because he's like, look, I'm torn between two priorities.
That's always been something that Spider-Man as a character has always played on, was those torn between, you know, doing what's
like
right legally versus doing what's right to your heart, you know?
Yep. And that conflict could grow to the point that he eventually has to break off. And then he's like, well, I'm going to put on this other mask. And he meets Peter. And Peter's like, hey, man, I'll give you some web slingers. And, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
But, I mean, we already know Marvel's not going to do that because, I mean, how many good stories have we gotten?
That's the key, man. Can we get an actual depiction of an African story of him moving to Wakanda? Not the Harriet Tubman story.
No. The first movie should come in 4 years that T'Challa was gone. The beginning has a prologue that shows how he met T'Challa. Then you run the 4 years T'Challa's been gone. Because you know there's been crime and all kind of heck with all them people gone. He could have been fighting crime and trying to keep the peace those whole 4 years. And
I think that's a good idea.
T'Challa comes back to find the young man that he was a rookie is all of a sudden like a freaking 4-year veteran hero. And he's just like, you've been doing pretty good.
Yeah, there's some rough times, man.
Yeah, you keep going. Times. No, I like it. You keep going. Keep the suit. Go. You know, and he's like,
I like that, man. I think that's a great idea.
So I was like, well, the suit won't fit me. It's too small. Keep the suit.
I like that better than the pigeon Captain American we got. I
won't lie, dude. I'm not into Falcon Captain America.
I'm not either. Man. I don't get it. I don't want it.
Like,
Stop
you know what? But I give him credit because I agree with him when he said it feels like it doesn't belong to me. I'm like, it doesn't.
Right. You ain't got no shot. You ain't got no powers. What the fuck is you doing?
At least he said, like, this shield is not my shield, man. It ain't even aerodynamic. It's gonna throw me off when I'm flying. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fly, man. I got like a adamantium shield on one arm. This don't work. Like, I got lasers. What the hell I'm gonna do with a shield? You know he can't make it bounce like Captain America, man. That's the biggest thing about Cap's shield.
Yes, he can. He plays basketball. He can make it bounce. Remember Fatal Fury?
Man, no, this is frisbee. You don't frisbee like that. You know that. It's a frisbee.
Oh, God. You
failed. That's a frisbee. And I assure you, the ultimate frisbee champ ain't a brother.
I don't know now. Look, I don't know.
Well, if he is, we don't claim him, and you know that. He's gonna get his ass a basketball, get on the court.
Hey, Malcolm, do me a favor, man.
Sir.
Turn your camera off for just a second and then turn it back on. So
I tried that. I've been clicking.
Have you? Okay.
Been flicking the shit out of this Pearl, and she ain't laughed yet.
I was, you know, you just wide open up there.
I love it, man. I like.
So you make $20. I ain't afraid of it.
All right. Anyway.
But I love that. Like we had to do a little positive with it, man, and throw something out for people to put on their mind.
I mean, it's a good way to take it, I guess. But
without crying about it, because it's a sad, like you said, it's a sad thing, bro.
Oh no, yeah, I will say though, I've been it's not often that I'm proud of the internet, but like looking through the internet, I haven't seen like the normal after somebody passed, you know, people being really toxic.
Ugly, right?
Like with Chadwick, everybody has been really, you know, positive about his life. So
yeah, I mean, I appreciate the fact that like people didn't, you know, just start clowning immediately. I mean, it's gonna eventually happen, but they're actually giving a period of time for people to process it without immediately just going there. At least not.
Now
in
there
the
is some.
Circles
There's some.
In.
Well, like,
yeah,
but it's being overshadowed by all this good. You know what I'm saying? This people understanding what's been lost.
I mean, some of the most toxic areas of Reddit, like you go to the Marvel Reddit, everybody's being really cordial in there. You know, rest in peace. You know, hail to the king. You know, whatever, Wakanda forever. It's been very, very positive. And I haven't seen anything really negative there. So I was like, okay, a lot of people are drawing tributes and putting the collages together.
I see, man. I saw one a minute ago, and I was like, I'm okay, man. Oh, got me real. I mean, they got Stan Lee showing them around heaven, man.
I'm telling you, some of them pictures, dude, they'll make you tear up. I'm telling you, they'll make you cry.
Yo, Chad, man, we love you, dog. All right.
I'm telling you, man, it's so sad. Oh God, it's so sad.
But
and then you look at pictures of him and you know it. Now that you see the pictures of him, you know it.
Oh, dude, I mean, I saw it a while back. It was a while back that I showed him an Instagram picture, and I said, dude, he is not okay.
But see, actors get ready for movies all the time, and that's what I thought. I was like, he's getting ready for another role.
Yeah, that's what came up. I remember when we looked at it, we didn't even bring it onto the show because it was like, he's probably got another role coming up where he's just losing some weight for it.
Man, we thought he was pulling that Joaquin Phoenix or something, man. Like maybe he's got to play somebody, ill. So we thought he was losing weight because I said, like, man, he's not in shape for the next Black Panther. I was a little worried. I was like, you're going to have to put a lot of weight back on.
Because, I mean, so often, when you see people lose weight for roles, you have all this person's this, and it's just
the opposite. They claim they're sick and they're not.
And they're saying all this bad stuff. Oh, he's not healthy, and it's just like I wasn't gonna be part of that negativity, and then sadly he wasn't healthy, but I mean at the same time he obviously wasn't public about it, so
yeah. I mean, but that's again, it's just so sad, man.
You're a celebrity. You don't want nobody to catalog your situation. I mean, you're like, look, man, I got to deal with enough. I don't want every dang picture of somebody, people guessing and all kind of stuff. So,
I think that's backwards, though. I think he's the one celebrity that really didn't do it when it came to something that was actually something that he could not help. You know what I mean? It wasn't alcoholism. It wasn't drugs. It wasn't his girlfriend, like, bam, driving him crazy. It can't get rid of and made a show out. If he couldn't make a show out of it, it can't be something that he could be accused of using it at his, for his own personal gain. He didn't make any fucking fuss about nothing. He still did his roles. You don't meet people. I bet you that guy was amazing. I bet you he was a fucking, I bet you he was an angel. I ain't even gonna lie. You don't meet people like that.
Cool, dude. I mean, the way the internet is now, if they had something on him, it'd be out already. So that's a good sign.
Exactly.
And like I said, the one thing about the internet now is, somebody's a good guy. Because he would have been accused of something if they could even misinterpret it. They would have done it by now. Because they'll accuse you of everything, man. He looked at somebody funny. He's a murderer. They go to the extreme. Oh, did you see him sign that fan's book? He was trying to rape her. I mean, you know how crazy it is these days. So the fact he doesn't have these psycho accusations means he must have been pretty well behaved.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Because you ain't got to do much. You remember that whole Aziz Ansari had a bad date and the woman tried to raise heck, and I'm like, chick, you had a bad date. Like, that happens. What?
Yeah.
Flip it out over a date that didn't go the way you wanted it to, and that's it. Right. I'm like, dang.
Alrighty. Well, let's we'll ease off that. Let's do one last random encounter, and I think
we're not gonna have him roll?
Huh?
We're not have him roll?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any way of rolling a die over there, Malcolm?
I had no way of fixing my face on your screen. How the hell am I rolling a die?
I know.
Okay. Yeah, that's where you.
I got dice everywhere.
Beat the heck.
If I roll it, will you believe me?
Yeah. Just tell me. Tell me what you roll. You don't even have the list, so you don't even know what you're rolling against anyway.
If you watch our show, you know what to call out, but we'll see. 18.
Huh?
18.
That needs to roll 2 or 1?
1.
18.
What'd you roll, man?
Hey, a 3.
What'd you roll?
A 3. I don't have I have like dice that go off the wall and come back and we pick up money.
They still count.
All right. This is the.
See, was that better? Was that better than 18?
I mean, 3. This is a weird one. I'm calling you out on this one, Blood Axe. But time to think. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't be. That's what.
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. No more. Oh.
What is love?
I thought love was pulling out.
So.
Oh.
All right, he gave his answer. What's yours? That's the most interesting answer to that. Love is pulling out, is Malcolm answered.
Oh, man.
I want to see you again.
Well, man, there's so many ways to go with this.
Apparently, on her back is Malcolm's way.
The floor is safer.
Oh man, my carpet, you nasty.
The floor. The floor can't spin it up, wipe it up, suck it in, nothing. The floor. Rub it in with your foot. You're done.
Oh, I would
Room
never.
service.
I would. My foot would feel icky for the rest of the night. Every time I step on the carpet, I swear I still feel it.
I ain't got 18 years to pay for it. That carpet can be cleaned.
I mean, I guess if I have to define it, I'm gonna define it in the way of time. Like, I give my time to the things I love. Like, it's when I play video games, obviously you can tell which ones I love more by how much time I put in it.
Man, read the room. You gonna get all serious?
We
over here fooling around. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna get real with y'all.
I'm telling you, bro. Look, I done tuned in, got my face close to the mic.
I tried to relate it to games somehow, man. I was trying to keep it on topic.
You never heard of pull-out game? It's weak.
Hey, my pull-out game was strong, man. I was married for 9 years. Managed not to get her knocked up once. So.
Not me. Oh, Lord, she looked me in the eyes and I was stuck. Literally.
God dang it. I feel like the oldest mofo in the room right now. I'm like, I got a bunch of goddamn chilling, badass chilling in the room. Okay. For me, love is acceptance, man. It's supporting people with the good and the bad. If you can't sit up there and care about somebody with everything they are, then you don't really have love for them. Because the thing is, nobody's perfect.
Man, some of these random encounters are tough.
You know what I'm saying? So it's acceptance. And I don't just mean like romantic love, it's family love, brotherly love, man, it's acceptance. Because I'm going to tell you, some of the people I care the most about are the most annoying.
Stop looking at him. Stop looking at him. Stop looking at him.
Some of the other ones, man, sometimes they have a hard time, and you just got to let them know, I got your back, man.
Well, I want to say this, Malcolm, we love having you on the show. Thanks for filling in for us.
Give us that Richard Pryor face. Like, we still got it. You know what? That needs to be, like, when we do the video, that needs to be the thing. Just Malcolm.
The thumbnail.
Just name of the video. I'm on Dicejunkies.
Hey, I'll take it. Do it.
Freeze frame. That's going to be the name of the
Freeze
episode.
frame.
Freeze frame.
That's his face after he heard about Miles Morales' theory, man. He's like, ooh, that's a good
man.
one.
Hey, I'm telling you, you need to quit telling people that shit. That's $1 billion idea.
Man,
like, for real, that's a good
I don't
idea.
want Miles Morales. I can't get no money from it.
Especially with the lack of mangas and comics coming out right now. If you write that shit up, you might have something.
I'm a straight male. I couldn't get a job in Marvel if I showed up with a gun. Like,
if you go to Africa and tell Ludacris, he might make you a citizen.
maybe got my back, but they ain't hiring, but they ain't hiring me at the studio.
Oh.
I don't meet the requirements. I'm not diverse enough.
All right.
I bet you there's a little white girl said that about a rap group one time.
Man. I mean, black people used to be diverse enough, but it ain't even diverse enough these days. Like, that's all you are is black?
You got anything for us, Malcolm, before we wrap up the show?
I hope y'all get 1 million fucking views off of every last one of your videos, because people really do not understand how great y'all are. They do not understand the time you put in. They do not understand how much you get fucked. They do not understand how you still give a damn once you get fucked and keep it going, regardless. For the fans, not for whoever the fuck you're working for the fans. Okay? Mike, you need to like get Xanax for Q, and Q, you need some weed so you can leave Mike alone.
You know my name, man, is Mike, right?
Mike.
I ain't gonna call you Mike.
Like, you just like random white boy generic name that starts with M. Let's call him
which
Mike.
one of us stands out now, bam.
It's literally up down the top of the screen. It says Mark. Why? I'm calling you Mike. Your name's Mike. His name's fucking Q. That is not his name.
It's part of parts of my name.
Right? So why would he put his real name up there, Mike?
All right, thanks.
Maybe that's the title, man. Maybe that's the title, like Mike and Q.
Mike and Q.
We here with Mike and Malcolm.
Oh,
Malachi.
We'll start calling him Blood Axe.
Blood Axe. My name's Malachi. Mike, it was good.
Hey, Blood Axe, how do you mess your name up, man? They call me his real name. I get that a lot. I'd be like, my name is this, and they'd be like, this. I ain't gonna give y'all his name, but like on mine, forget all y'all. But like, they call me his name. It's weird. I get called his real name a lot. They hear my name as his name. I don't know why.
For real?
All right.
But you know what I ain't never been called? Mike.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Everybody watching, we hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. Go like and subscribe, all them places. You can go to Dicejunkies.com where you can find links to everywhere we are online. And on YouTube, be sure to hit that notification bell, because for some reason, if you don't, you're not going to see when we put out the next video.
Also, you got to check out Beat That Guy Gaming. Yeah.
check out Beat That Guy Gaming. I know he does some Twitch streaming. He's been on
Instagram,
Facebook, all that good stuff. If you're in the Birmingham, Alabama area, you know, give him a call and set up some tournaments or something.
Oh yeah, man. You know, if you want to set up something and you're in that area, or you want him to come to you, you know, he'll set it up, man, and put up a room for you, get some people into place.
I heard you pay
him
well.
Face mask tournament, you know what I'm saying?
I've heard you pay him well enough. He'll go anywhere. So
look at the little caption. Look at my picture. You pay me, I'll do anything. Look at it, mouth wide open. Let's go.
Don't say I do.
I want some money.
With your mouth wide open. We've had to talk. White people watching.
$20, $20, man.
There you go. Thank you, Mark. Shit.
Damn.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check us out next time. We hope you enjoy.